Goal Podcast.
Listen, learn, and speak English with confidence.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Goal Podcast, your cozy place to learn simple English through real-life conversations, useful vocabulary, and gentle motivation.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Kevin.
Kevin, can I ask you a question?
That's a funny way to start today's episode.
I know, but here's the question. When was the last time you asked a really good question?
Yesterday. Maybe, what should I eat for dinner?
That's an important question, but I mean a question that made you think.
Oh, that's harder. I don't know. Maybe I haven't asked one for a while.
I think many people are like that. We spend a lot of time looking for answers, but not much time asking better questions.
That's true. It's almost as if we believe successful people have all the answers.
Maybe successful people simply ask better questions.
I like that idea.
Today's episode is called Ask More Questions.
That sounds simple, but I have a feeling it's about much more than curiosity.
Exactly. Questions can change the way you learn, the way you communicate, and even the way you see yourself.
And today's conversation is perfect for B1, B2 English learners.
If you're a strong A2 learner, don't worry about understanding every word. Just relax, listen, and enjoy.
Whether you're walking, studying, driving, or simply taking a break, we're happy you're here.
Let's begin. Kevin, have you ever met someone who seems to know a little bit about everything?
Yes, they're always interesting to talk to.
Do you think they were born that way?
Probably not.
Neither do I. I think they became interesting because they stayed curious.
And curious people ask questions.
Exactly. Lots of questions.
When we're children, we ask questions all the time. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why do people sleep?
Parents know that phase very well. Sometimes children ask hundreds of questions every day.
Then something changes.
Yes, as adults, many of us stop asking.
Why do you think that happens?
Maybe we don't want to look unintelligent. Maybe we're afraid someone will think you should already know that.
I've felt that way, especially when learning something new.
Think about learning English. How many times have you wanted to ask a question, but stayed silent?
Honestly, many times. Sometimes I worried my question would sound silly.
But here's the funny thing. The question you don't ask is often the one you need the most.
That's true. One simple question can save hours of confusion.
Have you noticed that confident people often ask more questions, not fewer?
Really? I would have guessed the opposite.
Confidence doesn't mean knowing everything. It means being comfortable admitting what you don't know.
I love that. There's no shame in saying, I don't understand. Can you explain?
Exactly. Those words are signs of strength, not weakness.
I once heard someone say, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your questions.
I think that's true. Imagine someone asks, why does this always happen to me? Now compare it to, what can I learn from this?
Same situation, very different question.
And very different future.
So maybe questions don't just change our answers, they change our thinking.
Exactly. And once your thinking changes, your actions often change too.
Rachel, can I ask one more question?
I was hoping you would.
What's the best question you've ever been asked?
That's a wonderful question. And I think my answer might surprise you. Kevin, you asked me about the best question I've ever been asked.
I did. So what was it?
Someone once asked me, what kind of person do you want to become?
Not, What job do you want? Or where do you want to live?
No, just what kind of person do you want to become?
Wow, that's a question I've never really answered.
Neither had I. At first, I didn't know what to say, but the more I thought about it, the more my choices started to change.
How so?
Well, instead of asking, will this make me successful, I started asking, will this help me become the person I want to be?
That's a completely different way of thinking.
Exactly. Sometimes one good question can guide you for years.
You know, most people wake up thinking, what do I have to do today?
That's true.
But maybe a better question is, what's the most important thing I can do today?
Or even, who can I help today?
I like that. Good questions don't always make life easier. Sometimes they make life clearer.
Questions also make us better listeners.
What do you mean?
Have you ever had a conversation with someone who only talks about themselves?
Unfortunately, yes.
Most of us have. They don't ask questions, they just wait for their turn to speak.
And somehow those conversations feel very short, even if they last an hour.
Exactly. Now think about someone who asks, "How are you? What happened? How did that make you feel? What do you think?"
You immediately feel heard.
Yes, people rarely remember every word you say, but they often remember how you made them feel.
So asking questions isn't only about learning, it's also about connection.
Absolutely. Curiosity is one of the greatest gifts you can give another person. It tells them, I'm interested in you.
I think this is especially important for English learners.
Why?
Because sometimes we think our English isn't good enough to have a conversation, but actually, you don't need perfect English to ask simple questions.
That's such a good point. You can ask, what do you mean? Can you say that again? Why do you think that? What do you recommend? Those simple questions keep the conversation going.
And while the other person is talking, you get more listening practice.
Exactly. Questions are wonderful conversation starters.
Can I tell you something I recently noticed?
Of course.
Whenever I'm stressed, I ask terrible questions.
Like what?
Why is everything going wrong? Why can't I do this? Why am I not good enough?
I think many people do that.
But those questions don't really help. They just make me feel worse.
Exactly. Now imagine changing them. Instead of, why can't I do this? Ask, what's one small step I can take? Instead of, why am I not good enough? Ask, what skill can I improve?
Those questions feel hopeful. They invite action instead of self-criticism.
That's why I believe our lives often move in the direction of the questions we ask ourselves.
That's a powerful thought.
So, here's a challenge for everyone listening today. Before you go to bed tonight, ask yourself one meaningful question. Not, what did I finish, but what did I learn? Or what made me smile? Or what am I grateful for?
Simple questions, powerful answers.
Exactly. Sometimes the answer doesn't change your life. The question does.
Rachel, I think I've learned something today.
What's that?
The smartest people aren't always the ones with the best answers. They're often the ones who never stop asking better questions.
I couldn't agree more.
And now, I think it's time for everyone's favorite segment.
The word walk?
Exactly. Let's learn 5 new words together.
Welcome back to Word Walk, where we learn 5 useful English words you can start using today.
Let's go.
Our first word is curiosity.
That sounds like being curious.
Exactly. Curiosity is a strong desire to learn, discover, or understand something new.
So, asking questions shows curiosity.
Perfect. Here's an example. Her curiosity helped her learn 3 languages.
I think curiosity keeps life interesting.
Our second word is perspective.
I've heard that word before. What exactly does it mean?
Perspective is the way you see or understand a situation. Different people can have different perspectives about the same event.
So, asking questions can help us understand someone else's perspective?
Exactly. Here's an example. Traveling gave her a new perspective on life.
I really like that word.
Our third word is insight.
Is that like knowledge?
It's a little different. Insight is a deep understanding of a person, problem, or situation. It's when you suddenly see something clearly.
So a good question can lead to an insight.
Exactly. Here's an example. The conversation gave me an important insight about myself. Our fourth word is assumption.
That sounds interesting.
An assumption is something you believe to be true without having proof.
So instead of making assumptions, I should ask questions.
Exactly. Here's an example. Don't make assumptions. Ask first.
That's great advice for life and for learning English.
Our final word today is reflect.
I know a mirror reflects light. Is this the same idea?
Very similar. When you reflect, you think carefully about your experiences or decisions.
So every evening I can reflect on my day.
Exactly. Here's an example. Take a few minutes to reflect on what you learned today.
I think reflection helps us keep growing.
Let's review today's words.
Curiosity, a strong desire to learn or discover.
Perspective, the way you see or understand something.
Insight, a deep understanding that helps you see something clearly.
Assumption, a belief without enough evidence.
And finally, reflect. To think carefully about your experiences.
Wonderful. Try using one or two of these words this week. They'll make your English sound more natural and more advanced.
My favorite today is insight.
Mine is curiosity. Without curiosity, there wouldn't be today's episode. Before we finish, remember this. The quality of your answers often depends on the quality of your questions.
Don't worry about having all the answers. Very few people do. Instead, stay curious. Ask questions. Listen carefully. Keep learning.
Every conversation is an opportunity to discover something new about the world, about another person, or even about yourself.
And if you're learning English, don't be afraid to ask, "Can you repeat that? What does that mean?" Or, "Could you explain?" Those simple questions can help you improve faster than trying to understand everything alone.
Curiosity opens doors that confidence alone cannot. The more questions you ask, the more you'll learn. And the more you learn, the more you'll realize there's always something new to discover.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
You've been listening to the English Goal podcast. Thank you for spending part of your day with us.
Keep asking, keep learning, keep growing.
And remember, your English goal
And your life goal are both closer than you think.